About 300 properties around the state are underwater tonight, and hundreds more may be isolated as swollen rivers start to peak near Shepparton in the north and Horsham in the west. The crisis has eased around Wangaratta, but a weakened levee there is still causing concern. And the towns of Charlton and Donald were counting the cost today after seeing off the big wet. We begin our coverage in Shepparton, where the Goulburn River is expected to peak at around 11 o'clock tonight. As Josie Taylor reports, hundreds of homes are at risk.
It's unusual times for these households on the outskirts of Shepparton. Visitors come via canoe. The water keeps rising, but Heather Bain is fighting back.
At 2:30 this morning I woke up and grabbed Steve and we only had 2 inches to go before it was coming in the sandbags over the other side. We've been pumping ever since then. It's still steadily rising. It is a huge worry and it's quite a threat to us.
This house is close to the broken river that's now spreading far beyond what were its banks.
You have to get in a canoe or a four-wheel drive to get to this home at the moment. It's a bit of a novelty for those who live here, but it is also quite serious. Sandbags are all that stands between this home and rising water.
It'll hold all right, no worries, yeah.
On this road, all manner of locals are seeking higher ground. A search and rescue team drives us to a home where children are being evacuated.
They rang up before and just said, look, the water's rising a lot quicker than what we expected. Can you help get the kids out?
Their parents are left to try and protect the house.
Try and put some sandbags around it. Maybe some towels, some sticky tape or something.
Yeah.
This local ABC reporter would normally be covering these floods. Instead, she's watching the water swallow her front lawn.
We have a few homemade flood gauges and they're showing that it is coming up about 1 centimetre or 2 an hour.
The government set up a flood recovery task force.
There are another 3 weather systems that will move across the state in the next week to 10 days.
This petrol station is already suffering. The SES is warning about 500 households may need to be evacuated.
We've got a boat in the garage, so that's right. We're all prepared.
By tonight, they just might need it.
And Josie Taylor joins us now live from Shepparton. Josie, a nervous night ahead. From what you've heard, how is it likely to pan out?
Well, Ian, tonight in Shepparton, some parts are really in trouble. Just about an hour ago, the SES said that Kyalla Lakes, which is just south of Shepparton, is now completely cut off in both directions. As we go to air, the Army is door-knocking residents there, saying if you haven't left, come out now with us or you risk being stranded in your home for the next 4 to 5 days.
And what other areas are thought to be most at risk tonight, Josie?
Well, Kyalla Lakes is clearly the trouble spot. That's where the emergency services are gathering. But as you can see behind me here, Ian, the Goulburn River is flowing really quickly. It just gives you an indication of how strong the water is. A massive kangaroo was actually not long ago just swept underneath this bridge, struggled to clear the floodwaters and only managed to scramble to safety a little bit further downstream. It just shows you how quickly the Goulburn River is flowing, and it hasn't even peaked yet. It's expected to peak at about 11 o'clock tonight till 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, if it peaks at 11.3 metres, which is a real possibility, about 100 homes are expected to be inundated.
By and large, Josie, are people in those areas getting out, or are they staying to defend their homes?
Well, if you'd asked me that a couple of hours ago, Ian, I would have said that most people are determined to stay at home. They didn't seem that phased. Some were literally digging in. But given the changing nature of the situation in Kyalla Lakes, I think that may well change people's minds. I think if the Army comes knocking at your door, you may well choose to leave.
Josie, thank you very much and good luck.